to everything, all your policies, but I want to talk quickly about like your past, everything you've done with your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
You've done a lot of real estate. I was telling the boys like online it says like with your company, your real estate company, you guys control a ton of different properties in California.
Yeah.
It's made you very wealthy, and it's brought you to the point where you're able to create content about it.
Yep.
Can you talk about that process? Like internet talks about you have like $20 million worth of properties under your name that you operate. It's rental, right?
It's all rental real estate. It's just one at a time. It's literally just adding one at a time. And it started when I was 19 years old when we bought our first house, and just sort of kept adding and adding to the portfolio. I think building wealth is so key in really throughout our country. I mean, everybody should be thinking, how can we go from renting to owning? How can we go from paycheck to paycheck to taking some of our money and investing it into index funds or stocks for a long period of time? I know there's a big trading movement. We all know GME. Yeah,
that brought in so many like kids our age into investing in
it's
stocks.
so much fun. It's the most fun like thing, like, cause you don't need huge capital to do it. Like with Dogecoin, like for instance,
Doge is another one.
you gotta talk about
well, it's really interesting, and I probably in December, Kai goes, hey, like look at this crypto. It was at a third of a cent, right?
Oh man.
Kai goes, look at this crypto. It's kind of cool. Like it's a meme, and I was like, oh cool. Like I'll throw $50 in it, right?
Nice.
Then I look at it, and then it like starts to grow, and then you were investing in more, I would say, like big boy stocks. When I big boy stocks and other stuff, I got
fucked by CCIV.
Oh yeah, you and everyone else, man.
Yeah.
And so I was still in on Doge, and then like my friends were asking me about it. I started like being like a broker for other people on it, and then next thing I know, like I made like $4,000 off Dogecoin with investing like I think $300 total. So it's literally just like, but it's so much fun because it's like $300. Most people have $300, and like if you just like, it was so much fun the entire time. And if I lose it, like I don't care.
Do
like
you see that as a little dangerous?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Everyone that came right because it's fun. It's Robinhood makes it fun. The UI is super cool. It's fractional shares. Everyone can invest, but then it's like people are gonna get burnt on
the hope is that people invest and they get in with the excitement, and that hopefully they start thinking about long-term investing too. If that's the gateway drug, and the worst case scenario is you lose $300 on Doge, or it goes to $1 and you make $5 grand, whatever it is, wonderful. That's awesome. Yeah. But it converts some of that to long-term investing. Look, buying real estate sounds boring, but it's the easiest way to build wealth. I mean, you're protected from so many different angles. The tenant is paying your loan for you. It's a 30-year loan, so who cares if the market crashes? You can't get margin called. Like it's so easy, and it's been one of the things that has just been core of my portfolio. But schools don't teach that.
They don't.
Nobody teaches that stuff.
Don't you think it's funny how probably one of the first games most people play with their families, Monopoly, is it's so like we played Monopoly again the other day, and like it is so weird how real the game actually is in like the sense of like, I mean, it's obviously like very simplified, but don't you think it's interesting like how
it's the game? It's
the game of life. I think I said in my CNBC interview, I said I'm going to go play Monopoly, and it was a reference to buying more real estate. It really is a good game, but much like how real estate comes across in real life, everybody debates about the rules.
True.
What is free parking? Well,
there's a little bit of inconsistencies that happen, but
that is because right now there's a movement where a lot of creators like do you know Sway House, like Josh Richards, Bryce Hall?
Heard of Sway House?
Yeah. So they're huge creators. They're doing a lot of things to work with companies and taking equity deals to promote them, and to create more of these like longer lasting partnerships.
Sure.
A lot of creators have been getting into that. I think it's cool, and I think a lot of all at the same time, a lot of creators are also talking about like, oh, I'm getting into rental properties as well.
Good.
It's cool how we're seeing like people our age trying to do that once they have access to some capital.
It's so important, and there's so many options. I mean, you could do it anywhere. It's endless. So absolutely wonderful. But that's another failure of the state. Why is it that you graduate at 18 and what do you have to look forward to?
Yeah.
Nothing. What? A few $100,000 of student loan debt if you want to go to college, or you don't go to college and do your own thing. But that doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah.
Failure rate on TikTok or YouTube. I mean, let's be real. It's massive. It's 99% of people fail. Yeah. It's scary.
It's weird how they go out of school, they don't know it, and they have to watch YouTube channels. That's the value, right?
Yeah, you get educated online. It's incredible. But I mean, that's going to be one of the big things that I would focus on trying to change too. Is with this model, future school. And so, I mean, I want to ask you guys: would you, at 14 years old, if somebody said, "Hey, you could go to the normal high school, learn the geography, geometry, whatever," or do you want to go to future school, which is a blend of high school and community college, and Pick your course. You want to go in the nursing direction. You want to go in the engineering direction, or computer science, or electrical engineering, whatever, right? You pick your direction. And then the direction that you choose, if you don't like it, change. Switch over to the other one. But in the meantime, we're also teaching you these universal fundamentals like financial education. You know, what is compound interest? Why are people Googling that at 25 years old? You know, we should be taught that in high school. And so that way, and worst case scenario at 18, it's like, well, okay, now I graduated, I've got this electrical engineering background, decided I didn't like it, but hey, I got this financial background. Maybe you want to go to UC. Hey, you still have the choice to do that. Who wouldn't do that? Would any not do that? Or what reservations would you have?
I mean, I think it sounds great, right? Because like the biggest reservation for me in college is I went to an in-state school, but it was still $27,000, right?
Still expensive.
And I'm at that point where like I had to pay for all of, I was like at a point where like I have to pay for all of it, but my parents are in a place like where, I mean, they can't like body my entire school, but like they could, but I mean, they have money to pay for like everything that we need, but like school is just expensive.
Different.
So then I go into a business major, right? And then you like, if you want to change majors, you might as well throw your complete first year out the window.
Oh yeah.
And then
you waste all that money you spent on the first year.
I was literally changing to something else in the business track. It's just ridiculous. Like the classes they make you take that literally don't apply to anything whatsoever. Like university and high school. Like there's stuff I got a better education in high school than I did in my university.
Germany, these kids are like, I think it's like 40% of kids are in trade school by high school, and and we have like something like 8%, and people aren't going out learning skills that are actually valuable, aren't going to be automated away. You're trying to,
and I mean, think about this too. Even if, let's say you learned electrical engineering, let's say you all learned how to be electricians by 18, just as an example, and then you decide, I'm going to go work for Apple or whatever. But then this massive recession comes and Apple goes bankrupt. Well, okay, you can be homeless, or wait, I know how to be an electrician. You actually have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
And you do it for free by 18.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. You carve out of the existing budget. You're actually saving money by doing it, because Biden wants to pay for all community colleges. Well, what if 50% of our community colleges are now future schools? It's a different label, but it's still a version of community college. Yeah. Thanks for the free schooling, Biden. Come on, we got to figure out how to save money. We got to be smart in this state. The fact that you've got the state right now spending, for example, $125 million a mile on the high-speed rail. $125 million a mile. That's like 3,000 Bitcoin, or it was 3,000 Bitcoin. It's probably like 3,500 Bitcoin now, because Bitcoin's been falling. But Elon Musk can build tunnels for $10 million a mile.
Yeah.
Why is the state spending 12 times? Well, it's probably because people, I don't know, but it's probably because people's buddies are getting contracts. We need a transparent process for that. I was even thinking there's a way to probably, Ethereum smart contracts.
Yeah.
There's probably a way to balance contractor quality and price, and almost have smart contracts pick public works projects.